If you're an entrepreneur, chances are that you're trying to make your brand successful all the time, right? Now, a brand getting successful is really almost like alchemy, isn't it? It's like magic. It's like there's no surefire way of taking an idea and turning it into a successful brand, or taking your business and making it successful. Because at the end of the day, success is really measured by revenue, isn't it? Or is it? Now, of course, there are different kinds of measurements for success when it comes to brands, when it comes to businesses. But there are a few kind of steps that you can take to ensure that your brand becomes successful. So today I'm going to list 10 different things that you could sort of do to your brand to make it successful. Number one, have a purpose. Make sure that your brand has a purpose, not just a vision or a mission, but a purpose. There are three different things. You have a purpose, you have a vision, and then you have a mission. So a purpose is something, it's why your brand exists in the first place. You know, why your brand, or in extension you, why do you exist in relation to your brand? And that becomes the purpose. Then there's a vision. Vision is the kind of change you would like to see in this world through your brand. So that is the vision. And then you have the mission, which is it's how you would make your vision a reality, right? So let's take an analogy here to compare these three things. Suppose you want to you want to achieve something, right? So you've been running a business, you're bored, you are always working, you want to do something that wakes you up, that sort of, now this is hypothetical, yeah, just so bear with me, it's a hypothetical analogy, it's just an example. So suppose you want to do something that sort of says that you've achieved something beyond what you're normally doing, right? So that could be, maybe you want to climb, I don't know, Alps or some mountain, or the Kilimanjaro or the Everest, whatever it is, right? You want to climb that. So the purpose is actually not Mount Kilimanjaro, not Everest, not the top of the mountain, but the purpose is that you want to feel a sense of achievement. So that is your purpose, okay? Then you have the vision. The vision is that you want to reach, you want to stand on top of that mountain, and that gives you a sense of achievement. That is your vision. A mission is how you make it happen. So your mission in life, if someone asks you, what's your mission for this year? You say, I want to get to the top of that. And therefore, your mission is actually, it's not just about saying it, but it's about putting the ducks in a row, right? You're taking the steps, you're doing the things that will enable that to happen. And this could be, I don't know, maybe it's your mission is to set aside $50,000, right? So that at the end of the year, you use that $50,000 for that trip. So your mission is making this $50,000, but that mission is to enable your vision, right? Anyway, that's number one. I know I spent a long time on that, but because it's very fundamental, you know, and I will do more videos on that. But this vision, mission, purpose thing is very fundamental to business success. Believe me, it's very critical. All right. So that is having a purpose. Number two, remember that whatever you're selling, if it's a service or if it's a product, people buy what they want, not what they need, right? This is very important to understand. People buy what they want and not what they need. Now, Steve Jobs proved that. In fact, I'm paraphrasing it. I don't know exactly what he said, but he says something to the effect that he creates products that people even don't know that they need, right? And then he makes them want them, and that's how the sales increase. Just like that, I'm not saying that you should create products that people don't need and then you make them want them. No, that's not, because you're not Steve Jobs and I'm not Steve Jobs. We're not Steve Jobs, right? But the way you go about doing it is, let's say you produce a product or your brand provides a certain service. Don't sell it as something that people need. Don't even believe in yourself that it is something people need. Okay? Sell it understanding that they will buy what they want. So make it or market it or sort of sell it in a way that they would want it, not they would need it. Okay? That's fundamental, the difference between wanting and needing. That's number two. People buy what they want. So sorry, I'm just crossing off the list, right? Next, if you want your brand to be successful, names matter, right? Your service or your product or your brand or your company or your business, names matter. And I heard recently on one of the videos, somebody was saying, like, if you want to see the impact of a name, right? The best way is spend a day, maybe at a conference or I don't know, spend a day introducing yourself as Jesus, right? And I mean no offense at this. I'm just saying that this guy said that spend a day introducing yourself as Jesus and see the reaction. Yes, names do matter. Or introduce yourself as Barack Obama, and see. So people react to names. Names are important, and your brand name is critical to your brand success, believe it or not. People might say, or you might say that, hey, I can show you a ton of brands that are so successful and their names are like, pretty crappy, right? There's always outliers in any theory, in any situation, in any concept. There's always this odd man out. Now I'm talking about the general trend or the general concept, right? Because if you think about it, if the name is crappy, you would need to work hard to enable your target audience to give you respect, to give your brand respect, to trust the brand. And usually brands that are successful, that have crappy names, usually have legacy. They were established in the 60s or 40s or the 20s or the 18th century or whatever, 19th century, But I'm talking about this day and age. Names are important. Your brand name is important. It's critical. You gotta think through it. Okay. The next one is, it's better being first than being best. Now, what that means is that a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of brands spend their time fine-tuning their service or fine-tuning their product and not really attacking the market because they want to have something best before they approach the market. Now, this could be about campaigns. This could be about rolling out features. This could be about anything, right? When it comes to branding. But I think it's better to be first. Pioneers always have the power. So, now I'm not saying that you go out into the market with half-baked kind of ideas or features, buggy features, and just unleash them on the public, right? Now, this is for software. Now, software is a little different, but I would say that, let's say you're a travel agency. Don't wait to get the ATOL certified mark before you roll out your campaigns, you sort of start marketing your best. Don't do that. Whatever you have, let's say your services right now, you can't even book airline tickets, but all you can do is provide advice. Just start with that. Get out there, get your brand out there. The brand needs mileage. It needs to be running. It needs to be, the footprint, it needs to have a large footprint. Online, offline, social media, website, Twitter, whatever. So it's better to be first than to be the best, at least in terms of brand success initially. But of course, you need to spend time to make your brand the best, but that's a whole different topic. These are Today I'm listing out things that will help your brand go from, let's say, this level to that level, right? So yes, you do have, there is a time and place to make your brand the best, your service the best, your product the best. Okay, the next one is invest in people. Great brands are not built by themselves, right? Great people build great brands. So, by the way, some of these I picked up from while I was listening to a video by Success TV, and it was about individuals, but they ring true for brands. And so I love that list, and that's why this list is based on that. So great brands are not built by themselves. Great people build great brands, right? It's very important to remember that. So it's important that you hire the right kind of people. It's important that you're always looking out for talent. And for that, it's important that you have employer branding in place. I did a video recently about employer branding, which is making your brand attractive to talented people. Because these days, it's so hard to find talented people. It's so hard to find the right kind of talent. So try to find the right kind of people to build a great brand. Try to find partners that you can bring on, that can bring value to your brand, that can take the brand to the next level. Yeah, that's a touchy subject. I'll do a separate video on that. So people may not be really interested in getting in a partner because they think, okay, if I bring in a partner, I would have to share, blah, blah, blah. But let's discuss that in another video. But right now, for this purpose, for this video, I would say, try to look for a partner. If you already have a partner, that's fine. But look for a partner that can bring in value and take your brand to the next level. A partner who has skills that you don't have. You know, if you're great at branding, or if you're great at marketing and bad at finance, try to find a partner who can become the CFO so that they take care of finances. And it is so fundamental. A lot of brands struggle because their founders don't know anything about finance, and finance is critical to having a successful brand. Profit is important, and most entrepreneurs don't know how to maximize profit. But anyway, again, that's another video. All right. The next one is create systems, business systems, processes, so that your business doesn't always need you to be running the show. One of the big mistakes, or rather missteps, that entrepreneurs make while building a brand and running a business is that they do a lot of the work, they do a lot of things, and they make themselves indispensable. Now, it's good to be a brand ambassador, it's good to be the face of the company and all that, but you should always be thinking about creating systems where the business or the brand can continue and it can thrive, even if you are, you're not really present in it. So for that, you need to document everything. You need to document your process, and you need to create a system where you can quickly train someone to take over, or you can quickly delegate critical tasks, and still, the brand runs successfully, the business runs successfully. Your customers are not affected. Your customers are not unhappy. So create systems. Now, this is something that I learned the hard way. I've been in business for 22 years, out of which I've been I've been the CEO of a branding agency for about 18 years of that, 20 years of that. And even while I was a software developer and I was, running a software team and blah, blah, blah. And you know what? For about 15 years of that, I was doing so many things. I was wearing so many hats that literally, if I did not turn up to work one day, things would come to a standstill, right? And that really burned me out. So one day I woke up and I started putting together a system in place. And right now, and that's why you see me making videos now, right? Traveling, making videos. Of course, I do brand strategy for clients, but the agency can run without me, right? So it's very important to set systems in place so that your brand, your business can run without you. And it's very critical. In fact, it's great for an exit strategy because those systems will help you scale the business, will help you take it to the next level, and then you can exit maybe if that's your plan. If not, you still continue, it won't hurt. The next one is get a business mentor, right? A business or a brand mentor. Someone who has been there and done that and is probably like at their peak in terms of your market segment, in terms of your business sector, and someone who can share their wisdom, their experience, and help your brand go from success to success. It's very critical, and entrepreneurs who have really become successful, they would love to mentor, they would love to give back. I've done a video recently on this, and I'll leave a link to that below and check it out, how having a mentor is critical for business success, for brand success. The next one is your brand has to work 24/7, right? Round the clock. There is no off time. What does that mean? It means that if you look at the way most business owners operate is they work from Monday to Friday, their team works from Monday to Friday, their business also works from Monday to Friday, and then Saturday, and even Monday to Friday, they have a 9 to 5, 9 to 6, whatever, and then they have a Saturday, Sunday off, and so on and so forth. But your brand must be working 24/7. So this falls back to the systems in place. Having systems will help that, but also your marketing and your social media, your footprint, your kind of online presence has to be 24/7, which means that it's not just about blasting messages, automating marketing, not just that. It's about picking and hiring people on different time zones so that at any given time, there's someone to respond to an email, there's someone to respond to a tweet or a request. Maybe it's an angry customer, maybe it's a disappointed customer, or maybe it's an excited potential customer. So it would take time and it's not easy, but have this aim or the mission to make your brand a 24/7 brand, right? Very important. It will help you. It'll help your brand go a long way towards success. Next, learn every day, right? You as the founder or a stakeholder in the company or a business manager, anyone, your team, anyone who is critical to the company's success have to be learning all the time, which means you need to invest in training yourself, in training your team. Let's say you have a team, let's say it's a software company, right? You got to invest in training your team on the latest kind of changes, latest courses, invest in them. It's okay. Yeah, they might learn, they might leave the company. A lot of people don't spend money or time investing in their team because they think if we get our team certified or if we get our team on this course or that course, they will learn and they will leave. You know what? The truth is, not many people would leave. They would leave because maybe your company culture is not right? So think of that. Fix that first. Because when you invest, there will be loyalty, there will be integrity. A lot of people have integrity and they will stick around. So don't worry about that. Invest in people, invest in yourself. Go for the courses, go for the latest courses, industry courses. It could be even non-related courses. As a founder, invest in yourself. Go and learn accounting, right? Learn accounting, learn finance. If you know finance, go and learn how to program an app. Go for a month's course. Go for a couple of days. Learning. That's important. Read every day. Encourage your team to read every day, right? Apparently, Bill Gates still reads 50 books a year. Or is that a month? I don't know. Check it out. Research it. Elon Musk, Richard Branson, anyone who is successful always reads. And if you're a leader, you gotta read. You know what they say? Readers are leaders, right? Or leaders are readers. Yeah, that's what it is. Leaders are readers. So go and do it. Finally, be passionate and believe in your brand. Okay? Don't let your sales or your revenue dictate your passion, dictate your belief in your brand. Your belief in your brand should be because of the purpose, right? That's why, going back to number one, if you have the right purpose, if you know why your brand exists, then you will have a belief in it. If you think that your brand exists only to make you money, then when you don't make money, or if you're not making the kind of money that you would like, you're not going to have the belief. And when you don't have the belief, you're not going to have passion. So have a purpose and then believe in it. Believe in your brand and be passionate about it. Let the passion come out and your brand will be successful. I hope you like this list. If I missed out anything, please leave a comment below, and I'll be doing videos on each of these items. So subscribe to this channel, click on the bell icon so that each time I do a video like this, you get notified. Check it out. I hope you enjoyed it. Till my next video, take care.